What do you mean? What do you mean I'm looking right at it? Huh? Okay, we had to even look this up on a wiki. Lantern cores. Welcome to the war of light. Welcome to the blackest night. Welcome to a big old Green Lantern fight. Green Lantern Man. Dun dun dun. In brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware our power. Green Lantern's light. Oh gosh, come on, cameraman. There you go. It's about time. Well, I mean, this is there's 10 in here. We've got okay, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, black, white, and ultraviolet. There's an ultraviolet core, and I can't see it. Can you see it? It's not in there. I'm looking right at it. It's right there. Oh, I can't see it. You can see that? You can see ultraviolet? You can see infrared? Wow. Schooled by a stuffed animal. Hello, and welcome back. Once again, it is time for the comics coffee table. That's right. Pull up a chair, grab a cuppa, whatever it is you're shoving under your nose today there, pal. Buddy, friend, fellow traveler. You're welcome here. I hope you brought some snacks. I like snacks. I like little cookies. I like cookies. I don't mind oatmeal raisin cookies. I don't see the hate and the outrage. I understand disappointment when like you think you're getting a chocolate chip and that's what you prefer. But you know what? Oatmeal raisin cookies have a place right here at our coffee table. Just don't eat them. They'll disappear. I'll help. Yeah, huh? Holy cold opens, Batman. You can't see the ultraviolet ring. You get it? I mean, I'm just the talent. I read what the executive producer writes down in the copious amounts of show notes. Welcome back to the Comics Coffee Table, where we spend a couple of minutes every day just talking about comic books. We take a break together, a coffee break. We take our minds off our minds. We leave the real world over there just for a few minutes in our busy day. We pull up a chair to our Comics Coffee Table, and we talk about our hobby, something that gives us joy, comic books. And this is a place where we've just come together. You and me. Boom, 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 boom. It was always a stack of music on the coffee table. There was a stack of games on the coffee table. There was a stack of books on the coffee table. You sense a theme? Yeah, I'm going for it. I'm going to do it. There was a stack of movies on the coffee table. Yeah. It's the same movies, yeah. I like switching up the movies, too. Yeah. It's time to switch the movies up a little bit. And there was always a stack of comic books on the coffee table, too. That's right. We're going to get to all those. Those are a little while away, but until then, we're going to take up where we left off. We're talking about Green Lantern a lot. I mean, what I've done is I've taken all my Green Lantern comic books. I started buying around the end of Green Lantern Rebirth in 2005, 18 years ago. Almost. So this is literally about a fragment of 18 years of Wednesdays, specifically 5 years of those Wednesdays, from about 2005 to about 2010. And I was huge into Green Lantern, and it was an excuse to go to my local comic book shop at least every month, but I go every week, every Wednesday, new release day. I love going to my local comic book shop There are many places in the world like it, but this one is mine. I hope you have one as well. And if you don't, if you're like geographically challenged with no local comic book shop around you, well, check out the description to this very own show. A friend of the show, Yule Carter. He owns Fantastic Comics in Berkeley, California. Get a hold of him. He'll be happy to sell you some funny books. I'm sure arrangements can be made. This is not a paid endorsement. I'm just simply pimping a friend. And I'll also pimp Dell of Dell's Coffee, who keeps me lifted. Dell keeps me lifted. Dell keeps me lifted. That's right. It's like, this is not a paid advertisement. I'm a huge fan of Dell's coffee roasters. I'm a huge fan of Dell. He's an old friend of mine now. But there's a button on the banner of the very homepage you're watching right now. It'll look just like this. You can get your own cuppa. Indeed. He's also got decaf now too. All globally resourced, curated, organic, free trade, and recently roasted as well. Fresh. There's nothing in the world like a freshly roasted bean. I'm a convert now. We are rebagging, reboarding, reboxing my entire collection. This is just the opening of the show. If you're new to the show, which you could be, there's plenty of new subscribers. Thank you so very much for tuning in. If this is your first time watching the show, click on that subscribe button. Be part of the growing channel. Turn on those notifications. Ring that bell. Smash that like button. You know what I mean? Hey, if you didn't like the content, smash the downvote button. I mean, I lost a subscriber during one of the shows just the other day. I can't say that I didn't notice or it doesn't make me wonder, but heck, I mean, just, hey, leave a comment in the comment section. That's what it's for. We have this comic book shop-style conversation, and criticism is part of that cycle. Oh, wow. Alliteration. Look at that. Yeah. Wow. But seriously, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not your kind of show. But hopefully, with every door that closes, another window opens. And so it goes. Let's get it going on. Pre-recorded live before a studio audience of stuffed animals. The Comics Coffee Table from our Boston studios. It's early July. It's a hot day. I want to turn on my air conditioner so badly but it's, you don't understand the racket that thing makes. I mean, hopefully you can hear it now. Exactly. I mean, that was my PlayStation 4 fan. I mean, this is a good mic. Thank you, Tom Connor Jr.'s of Midnight's Edge After Dark. I asked him point blank. I was like, hey, Tom, what would you suggest for a YouTuber? He says 2 words. Blue Yeti. Good call. Yay, thank you. It works for me. I mean, yeah. Just lo-fi, and high charm, lo-fi. That's how we like to roll here. Unfiltered, unedited, lo-fi charm. Thank you, the Comics Coffee Table. I mean, hopefully it's your cuppa as well. And we keep growing and growing. And because we have a good time. We really do. Like I said, I'm reboxing, reboarding, rebagging my entire collection. That my adult collection of this part of my life. I've had 2 previous collections, a childhood collection and late teens, early 20s collection. Both of those gone to the dust. They are motes of dust. They are grains of sand in the hourglass. Yeah, comic books are like that. We sometimes come back to it. And a big part of, me being a Bronze Age baby and middle-aged, not a collector, kind of more like an accumulator, but I'm a lover of the medium and these stories. Because I was a child when it was a little different. It was the 20th century. Children had something called pocket change. I don't know what pocket change is to a kid anymore. I don't have any children, so I don't Venmo my kids $40 a night so they can eat, snacks when they go out and hang out with their friends. I mean, that's got to be what pocket change is now, right? Venmo apps, right? I don't know. But I do know is when I was a kid, I had pocket change. You get it, you accumulate it, you find it on the rug. Big high target area for that pocket change was couches and chairs, like easy chairs with cushions and the comfy couches. I mean, sometimes I think people would just seed those things with pocket change. But their pocket change would fall out. And to the rules of acquisition of childhood in the 20th century, anything found in those couches and chairs, it's fair game. It's just lots of lost change. Yeah. And that stuff accumulates. And that stuff could purchase a small person a soda pop, a juice, a candy bar, a Hostess Twinkie or cupcake, or fruit pie. I like the fruit pie. Some baseball gum, baseball cards, bubblegum cards. Yeah, we got the movie cards were big too, or a comic book. Children had options to spend their money, their pocket change, their very limited thing. But there was a galaxy of things at eye level to a small person for them to choose from. And we had spinner racks full of comic books that changed every month, or we got new ones every month or so, or newsstands, and that's where mom and dad, or our grandpa and grandma, got their magazines and their daily newspapers. Hey, I picked up a funny book for the kid. So yeah, it was a different time. It was the 20th century, and but yeah, so this is most definitely a 21st century collection. Thank you. Yeah, as my friend Gray says, oh, that was a waffle. I waffled a bit. I like to just ramble just a bit. Gray calls it waffling. That's adorable. I love it. So this is most definitely a 21st century slice of comic books. This is about 5 years, like I said, about 5 years of Wednesdays from about 2005 to 2010. Actually, when is the last one? The last one here, yep, is Green Lantern number 54, cover dated July of 2010. I missed out on something called War of the Green Lanterns, which came after this, which was like another Burdamson, crossover thingy. And it was pretty cool, but all the same, I had enough. I took a break. I put down my ring to sling and said, you know what, I'm just going to go be a human for a spell. And if the world needs me, I will once again don my Green Lantern Men ring and recite the oath. So yeah, we are on The Blackest Night. We've gotten that far. So for 4 years, Jeff Johns has been leading us up to this. This is great Doug Mankey art. This is just, oh, gosh. Nobody does it better. Do. Makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it quite as good as you. Baby, you're the best. I wasn't looking, but somehow you found me. I try to hide from your love light, like heaven above me. The spy who loved me is keeping all my secrets safe tonight. It's the sexiest song ever written. It's a James Bond tune from The Spy Who Loved Me. That's Carly Simons. I don't know if she wrote that. What? You're breaking up. Sunspots. Let's go. It's a kind of from Total Recall 1, 1990. Michael Ironsides. We've got Blackest Night issue 2 of 8 from October of 2009. This is really awesome art. Look at that cover. This is Ivan Rice, Eau Claire Alpert. And then we start seeing all the Black Lanterns that are going to come out. We got a Superman. There's Aquaman. There's Martian Man Hunter. There's There's Black Hand holding that skull of Bruce Wayne. You know, this is just one. Sorry, spoilers. It's a MacGuffin. What's a MacGuffin? Okay. Welcome to being a fiction fan. I love looking shit up. Do you know what a MacGuffin is? I do, but I just want to read it properly before I start butchering it. MacGuffin is a noun. MC or MAC GUFFIN. It's an object or device in a movie or a book that merely serves as a trigger for the plot. It's like the bottle. It's like the wine bottles in Notorious. I think even the Maltese Falcon itself, in the famous movie. These are two famous old movies too. Notorious, and the Maltese Falcon. Let's see. In the 1942 Casablanca film, the stolen letters of transit are the MacGuffin. And I'm going to read this from, you guessed it, the wiki. In a fiction, a MacGuffin is an object, device, or event that is necessary to the plot and the motivation of the characters, but insignificant, unimportant, or irrelevant in itself. The term was originated by Angus MacPhail for film, adopted by Alfred Hitchcock. Angus MacPhail was an English screenwriter and is best remembered for his work with Hitchcock himself. The MacGuffin technique is common in films, especially thrillers. Usually the MacGuffin is revealed in the first act and therefore declines in importance. It can reappear at the climax of the story, but may actually be forgotten by the end of the stories. Multiple MacGuffins are sometimes derisively identified as plot coupons. I've never heard that term. Hey, this is why this is a learning experience. So yeah, welcome to Bat MacGuffin. Yeah, this is just it comes in a code. Speaking of Batman, we've got Arkham Asylum ads for PS3, Xbox 360 on the back here. Never played these games, but this is its own robust Bat universe. I mean, if you believe in multiverse and in infinite Earths, you should be demanding and if you're a fan of this, that is its own thing. It has its own look, kind of its own mythology, I guess, and its own lore, its own iteration. And that's cool. Indeed. Let's open some funny books up. Let's look inside. Aww. Hawkman's best friend. Once again, picking up the phone and kind of evokes maybe Identity Crisis, where the phone was used with Adam Powers to, Oh, this is creepy. I love the lettering. I love the coloring on the lettering. That's great. This was a $3.99 comic book back in 2009. And holding the line at $2.99 was important just a few years later. And then, see, that's great. We go from the father-daughter moment, waiting for Batman. We got the signal on. We've lit the light. What happens? Boom. Hal gets dropped on it. Ooh. Danica Patrick. Vroom, vroom. Now we go underseas. I mean, geez, yeah. When did Aquaman die? I don't. Dun dun dun. It looks like he's there. Oh yeah, for all the hearts that get ripped out, it slowly charges up the Black Lantern. And now we had the setup in Act 1 where we saw all the superhero. See, that's great. Why can't the Black Lantern rings get in there? Don Hall of Earth at peace. Look, and it's rejecting the Black Lanterns. Yeah. It says Dove. Of Hawk and Dove. And here comes his angry brother. That's great. And because it's just one panel. Then we go back to Mara. This is great because it's set up because Mara, by the end, is going to be one of the big heroes. Because she's Aquaman's stead. If Aquaman can't be part of the big get down, this is great. This is like one of the first uses of the old Super Friends sound effect. See that? That's the sound effect from the Super Friends and the his own cartoon as well. Oh boy, how awful! Dolphin versus Tula over Garth. Man, ain't that cool? This is great Ivan Rice art. Look at here. Yeah, let's throw in Pariah too while we're at it. We got a Black Lantern Pariah. Who's Pariah? Crisis on Infinite Earths, man. Pariah is like one of the big heavy hitters here, and but yeah, Superboy returns. Superboy returned during what? Right before this was another event, though. Okay, we talked about this the other day. Event fatigue. Like yesterday was New Comic Book Day. There were 6 DC titles, mostly at $4.99 each, called Night Terrors. I believe there was only one $3.99 title, Night Terrors Ravager, with the story of Rose Wilson, Deathstroke's daughter. Oh boy. And look at this. Black Lantern Spectre. Now, if you thought things were getting overpowered during last year's Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, when you saw like the amount of bad guys in the negative chains of the darkness and the Thrall, like Darkseid, Doomsday, the list goes on. I mean, there were so many. Like, how could so you had this army of super people, of good guys, and this complete army of OP thralls of like big bads. But it's like, here we go. It's like endless stake raisings. Here we go. We got Zatanna, Blue Devil. But that's specifically, I think, that second Spectre. What's this? Crispin. I forget his last. Ah, boy. I like that. First thing I see is a pretty redhead. I like that. Ain't that cool? And then continued from the last fight. Why did Hal get dropped on the bat signal? He got knocked over by Martian Manhunter. We're continuing that same fight. Oh, and they kill Garth. I think he's been dead before. This is really, I love the panel layouts. I love the art. I love the coloring. I love the. Yeah, the thing's so tight. This is quality. It's the Black Lantern Justice League, of course. And like, these would make I gave my heart to the League. Aw. And then in the back we have info dump stuff. Ain't this great? This is the burned in thoughts of William Hand. There you go. Oh, Superman Secret Origins. Didn't we already cover that? That Gary Frank art. Wonderful stuff. But over on the other side of the universe, near Sector 0, what's going on here? Oh, I kind of like this. It's guy eating donuts and reading a paper. Maybe it's a Sunday morning. What's Sunday morning in space? No idea. And then, all over the universe. This is probably where, like, yeah, look at all that onomatopoeia. That's all cut and paste. Now, I knock that shit now, but it's been going on for a while now, like at least a whole generation of artists. So it's like I remain unimpressed by that. I mean, it'd be cumbersome and time-consuming to hand draw all those onomatopoeia. It would. I get it, and it's hard to have like, oh, your best effort, This is so creepy. All these children that Cradle, stole. Oh, their fate's a little obvious. Ooh. Great stuff. Frank Quietly, Grant Morrison, Batman and Robin. One of the absolute highlights. But yeah, here we go. Aw. Kat Matui of Corrigar. Jack T. Chance. Oh boy. Isn't that, it's heartbreaking. All the dead lanterns. Boom. Now ain't that... Oh boy. Jenny Lynn Hayden. Ain't that cute? Poor dude. No, Jenny, that's not your heart. You rejected that one. It was after a bad breakup too for me, and it happened it was like one of those synchronicity moments. And that Kyle Rayner is out in Space Patrol. He's gone probably for several weeks. He comes home to his apartment in New York City. The shower's on. He's about to get in the shower. And it's just, I don't know. This came first, too. And he opens the shower, and there's his girlfriend, the green, Jenny Lynn Hayden. Beautiful lady there. And another dude. And, but you were gone for weeks, Kyle. In my apartment? She didn't give a shit. Wow. And, but yeah, it was like, oh, wow. Art imitates life. We got Peter J. Tomasi, Adrian C.F., and then we got Jeff Johns, Peter Tomasi, Jerry Ordway, Chris Samney, Doug Mankey. These are great ones. Blackest Night, Tales of the Core. And this makes a nice triptych cover as well. Here's issue 2. See? Sinestro's elbow there. We mentioned that once. Maybe I should keep those together. Maybe I should just go for 3s on these ones and not worry about... sorting these chronologically anymore. Come on, Sully, snap out of it. You're on TV. Talk to the people. Yes. Okay, that's what I'll do. Did I even get the 3rd issue? I'm not sure. I might not have. Because I got Blackest Night Batman. I got 1 and 2. I got Blackest Night Superman. I got 1, 2. I got 1 and 3. So here I've got Tales of the Core. This wonderful triptych cover. Awesome. No dings. Wow, did I not get that? Okay, here's 2 of Superman. It wouldn't surprise me if I didn't get. I might not have gotten Blackest Night Batman number 3. It's one thing I do remember is how boring it was. Yeah, I don't have it. Yep. Ain't that funny, huh? Yeah, and speaking of, like, you know, suffering little fatigues then. Wow, yeah. Well, I'll definitely put you 2 in the same. Here we go. It's an Adam Kubert cover. Nice cover. Andy Kubert, rather. And what we do here, don't just throw them on the floor. We'll get a bin, put your bin next to you, or just fill up a bag full of your old bags. And this is, what you say, Dick Bats. This is Dick Grayson Batman. And that's, he's there with, who's he here? There, is that Damien? Must be, because he calls him Robin, and he's got green pants on. He looks drawn like. There's a lot to do with Dead Man in here. Yeah, this was just so boring. We got all of these old Batman rogues. Yeah, like what, Magpie, and this one and that one, and the ventriloquist. At least the dummy. You know, this was so boring. But here comes the flying Grayson Black Lanterns. Ain't that? What do you see, Brand? Like Boston Brand's in there. Oh, and here comes. Okay, here comes Tim. There's Tim. He's in Paris. Yeah. Hey, look, Batgirl by Brian Q. Miller. Magog exploding from the pages of Justice Society. Oh, gee, we gotta wrap this up. Wonder Woman just hit 800 too. That's cool. We have been talking about comic books. We're rebagging, reboarding, and reboxing my entire collection. We're going through some Green Lantern books. specifically Blackest Night, and getting caught up on, like, I could have got caught up on $10 worth of superfluous tie-ins that just don't matter. Blackest Night Batman 1 and 2. I did not get issue 3. It's not here. I certainly didn't lend it out. No, I remember now. I didn't get it. I was like, ugh, this. I'm not knocking the creators. It's just, I mean, this is where they're in cash grab mode. And it's all just, what's the point? I mean, Blackest Night Superman obviously was a little better. Probably because of the Eddie Barrows artwork. We'll get into that tomorrow. We'll cover Blackest Night Superman and Blackest Night Tales of the Core. This is a 3 issue. This was at $3.99 each. That's 4 times 3. That's $12 right there. All right. Oh, we'll also do a grand total. Too. Yeah, these were $2.99 a piece. They got me for another $10 here. Yeah, huh? Thank you so very much. Charge up your rings every 24 hours. Indeed. Look at me. I'm pimping. That I'm Tom Brady. I'm Tom Brady, yo. You have a good one. Thank you so very much. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to earn your subscription. We make daily content here. And we talk about spirituality, cooking, and most of all, we talk about comic books every day at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern. Join us. You are welcome here at our very own Comics Coffee Table. Grab a cuppa, whatever it is you're shoving under your nose today, pal, and join us. Take a break from your day. Take your mind off your mind, and let's talk about our hobby and why we love it. We love comic books here, floppies, superhero stories, Big Two, and more. So join us every day. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. We will see you again tomorrow in those funny pages. Ciao. Bye-bye.